everybody. We are back with The Real. I am Michelle Thayer, and this is
Charity Morris. Our passion is
helping you find your way home. So why not
let love guide you?
That's awesome.
What's up, guys?
So here we are again.
Here
Yay!
we are.
Exactly.
We're back.
We're back.
Guess who's bizarre?
And we're not outside in the rain. My ears are cold. No, that was pretty cool.
It was a fun little field trip. I wish it lasted a little longer.
I know. Well, there'll be more.
Yeah.
There'll be more for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Maybe we can get some warmer seasons or less rainy,
yes.
non-hurricane.
I mean, I'm sure it's Michigan. We can just
inside out.
Wait a few minutes and it'll change, right? Right?
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So thank you, everybody, for joining us again.
You're loyal. You're grateful. I appreciate that.
And we are back coming at you from Charity's commercial listing.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
In beautiful downtown Richmond, Michigan. I'm a little partial. I live down the road. And you don't live too far from here either.
I don't.
I actually grew up in Richmond. So yes. So we're trying to, as always, keep it real and work in our neighborhood, work in the areas, and bring information to you about our local area, as well as just all around general great, awesome real estate information that just brought to you by the most awesomest people ever.
Because we're just cool like that.
Because we are just cool like that.
We're awesome like
exactly.
that.
But we are shifting gears a little bit, and we're going to talk a little bit about commercial listings. So why don't you tell us a little bit about this listing here? You've had it for a little bit, and it is a beautiful, beautiful space.
Truly. We did a whole commercial shooting for this particular listing.
Mm-hmm.
It has been on the market for a while now. We did do a little bit of a price reduction, not much.
Mm-hmm.
But with commercial, when you go into listing a house, for residents, and I am pricing strategy certified. So I get you to the best price. So I don't think it's that, but with homes, you get into there, you list it right at the right price, and because it's somebody's home, it tends to go a lot faster.
Right.
With commercial, though,
totally different.
It's a totally different ballgame.
Yes.
And this is it's my first, keeping it all the way real,
exactly,
my complete first commercial listing.
Well, as I always like to say, everyone has a first day.
Yeah.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So it's been a little bit difficult. Maybe not difficult, but it's been a little new. Trying to
a learning
figure out.
experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Which I always love. I tell Sam all the time, whenever we get something new like this, I love a good challenge, because our brokerage is known for coming up with those creative solutions.
That's right. There's always a solution. You may not like it, but there's always a solution.
There's a solution, though, yeah. So we just, honestly, I thought that this would be a really great idea for us to just shed some light. We did the video, we put it out there, we advertised, we marketed. We're doing all of the things. We're doing all of the networking.
All of the things that you're supposed to do or that needs to be done. And I guess that kind of brings us a little bit to where we're at today. So, commercial listings, they are a whole different animal.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that people need to understand is when the client, the seller, the leaseor, whatever you want to call them, when they have the space, they just know that they want to get it leased. They just want somebody in it, and they don't necessarily realize or remember a lot of the things that are going on, because we now live in a pre-COVID or post-COVID world.
Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is.
Yeah.
And pre-COVID, commercial space was like...
That's the big thing.
It
if
was.
you had brick and mortar for your business, you made it.
Exactly.
That was what it was. I mean, that was something that even Sean with the trucking business has tried to, we've thought about over time. And post-COVID, it's like, absolutely not.
Exactly.
Oh, hell no.
And so that's where we're at is, pre-COVID, everybody came into the office. Everybody worked 9 to 5 or 10 to 7, whatever it was.
Yep.
Came into the office. You had your office time. You had your office meetings at work, at the office, in a conference room. Everybody met. You had your lunch schedules, different things like that. And then boom, post-COVID, the world found out that, wow, we can do a lot of this stuff at home.
And so I've simply decided I am never leaving my house again.
Yeah. And so it did help a lot of businesses in the sense that they brought down their overhead.
This place is ugly anyway. You and me, we're family.
Promise never to
They didn't have to house people. There was a lot of things, but it also made, always a but.
Yeah.
Exactly. It made it very difficult for people, like in this situation where you do have this beautiful space. Okay, people don't need to come into the office every day.
Right.
They don't need to be here. So now we have to learn how to remarket it and utilize this space in a manner that is going to get people in the door.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the new thing now, I mean, it's not really new because post-COVID is a couple years now, but so we have this great big space. We have this beautiful space, but there's still going to be times that people need to meet, and you don't necessarily want to be doing those meetings at your home or doing those meetings in a coffee shop.
You want to go do karate in the garage? Yup.
So renting by the hour, by the day, or having a space to be able to bring your clients to and things like that. It's a different ballgame.
Absolutely. And sometimes even with the, not having the office space, yes, you save in the overhead and things of that nature too. But the other but to that I was going to say is
there's so many buts.
Yeah.
I feel this is going to be a meme, but
Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty. Scoot your booty, that booty, and I do the booty scooty.
Lacking of a structure for yourself. I know for me, it's really, really hard to truly time manage myself appropriately, to give this much time for this thing, especially if I'm in my comfort zone.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because then I'm in the middle of the day, I can say, oh, I'd like to, have some lunch and snuggle up with my kitty cat in my bed and watch this new show that I started watching.
I can do that because I'm not in the office.
Before I know it, 3 hours of the 9 to 5 shift is gone.
We got work. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today.
Because I needed a little bit of lackadaisical time. I don't have that compartmentalizing.
Yes.
That used to be like a huge thing, I feel like, when I was younger, pre-COVID, like we were saying. Compartmentalizing everything. When I went to work, this is what I did. These were my responsibilities. I did it and I went home. And then when I went home, my work stayed there and I had these responsibilities and I did it and that was good.
Right. And there was separation.
Yeah. Now it's all intertwined and that can be a really negative part of it too.
It is. It reminds me of when a lot of times I tell clients when they talk about how they want an open concept.
Right.
I want an open concept.
Separation.
You know what this means? This means that you're never going to have any privacy.
Right. Exactly.
I want open concept, but I want you not in my face. So yes, it is. It's a thing.
So
and yes, when we all had to go to work was at work and home was at home, and it
was easier to make to keep that balance, that work-life balance. And now
you had a timeline. You had a timeline. I have to do these things between this and this.
Yep. So that I can go home and not have to think about work. I mean, I know that there's some jobs that you're constantly thinking about work. I did work for attorneys before this lovely listing at Mr. John Frank's offices here in Richmond, but I did also work for attorneys before, and there were times where my job extended over. I'd go home and I'd talk to Sean about things and he's like, honey, you're not at work anymore, so we have to reel ourselves in on some of that situation.
Yeah, and as realtors, our office is actually in our car, and if you've ever seen in our car on a daily basis, it's like...
Hey, real talk though, in my car, I got snacks. Would you mind getting my snacks for me?
Huh? No.
All of the business stuff here.
It's like a conference room on wheels.
Yes, it just goes.
Yes,
because real estate does not sleep.
No.
I got a text message at 10:30 last night from one of my clients, actually.
Mhm.
Real estate
Yes.
does not
sleep. If you text me at 10:30 at night, there's a good chance that I might
They
reply
didn't
to
get
you.
a response at 10:30 at night.
But there's a good chance that you might get a response at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
But yes.
Actually, I'm awake now, feeding my chickens. So now I'm going to call you and interrupt your sleep.
I would never do that. Anyways,
something.
I know,
Right?
It depends on the client. But
oh golly,
yes, back to this wonderful listing. Yes, so commercial is definitely a different animal, but it has some nuances that is definitely different than residential. But I think the big takeaway has to be is that you have to be willing to step outside the box to figure out what is going to be the best way to market that property, what is going to be the best bang for your buck, what is going to bring people through the door. And that's what it's all about, is bringing people through the door to be able to see what you have to offer in the first place.
To get them here. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, we did a whole commercial video for it that you can see it online. It's in advertisements. But there's something so different about actually coming through and walking the space and being able to envision yourself.
Yes.
Even in a work environment, it's not just a residential thing, but being able to really see yourself in that space, you kind of need to get there.
A sale is made on every call you make. Either you sell the client some stock or he sells you on a reason he can't. Either way, a sale is made. The only question is who's going to close, you or him. Be relentless. That's it, I'm done.
And you had an amazing idea.
Oh, yes, I do. I do have them once in a while. And occasionally they actually make sense. But
you need to tell us about that, because I think that's an excellent thinking out of the box.
It is definitely thinking out of the box. And that's one thing as realtors, and when you're looking for realtors, you have to have that mesh with somebody that, if you're the type of person that, okay, when you just need to make things happen, then you need to have a realtor that is willing to think outside the box too, to make things happen. But what we were talking about was, I have an associate who happens to be my cousin, Jessie, love you. And she is an interior designer, and she is starting a different aspect, another aspect of her business, which is virtual staging. And I have seen a lot of that online, you know, where, and I've seen even in some of the listings now, when you look at it, it's like, okay, that's AI generated, but cool, all right, I can see there's
one the other day. I was like, okay,
that's cool, that's cool, I can see that, okay. But the difference with hers is that you can actually send to her, and we're going to try it out on this space. We can send to her the different spaces that we're talking about, and what different things, like, okay, we want to see this space as a conference area. We want to see this space as a workshop area. We want to see, or like the reference I gave earlier was like in a residential listing, you have a bonus room over a garage or something, and we're showing it to a couple who's expecting. Let's see what this will look like as a nursery, and she can have it all done, and we can show to our client, see, this is how this space would look. We have a single bachelor. This is how this would look as a home gym or an office and type scenario. So you can change it up. So something in here I think would be good. We could come in here and have her, send her the different pictures and information, and like I said, let's look at this as a conference. Show what size of a desk and how many people you can have in here, and what this looks like for a workflow and things like that.
Absolutely.
So a little shameless plug for my cuz Jessie there. We'll be getting you some pictures soon. So
thank you, Jessie.
And it all comes down to, again, like making sure that you're working with people who are really putting in the time and not just sticking a sign in the ground and throwing it up on the MLS.
Coming up with those solutions to get things moving, to get you to your goals, your end goals.
Exactly. And that's what it's all about, goals. Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yes. And having those conversations with your clients and your realtors, that's always really important too, is knowing what those goals and realistic expectations are.
Right.
You know, and so I think we'll be able to do something wonderful with the space.
I think we will too.
I'm thinking a wind down Wednesday in here would be.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
Yeah.
I loved the idea of doing like a business open house of sorts.
Yeah.
You don't see it. Usually when you've got a business lease, you're not doing the open houses like you would. I'd be sitting there with some baked cookies in a house.
Exactly.
Why can't I do something like that in a commercial listing
exactly.
too,
Get people walking through to be able to see.
But I like your wind down Wednesday.
I know, right?
I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
Who doesn't like a wind
And
down?
Mr. John Frank being a DUI attorney, that might help you out a little bit.
We're always trying to send business your way, sir. We're here to help. We're here all day.
One way or another, John, I'm here to help for sure.
I'm sure it's appreciated.
Awesome.
I'm sure it's appreciated.
I know with commercial, for me, like we said earlier, I'm brand new to this. This is my first ever commercial lease. And I've always wanted to break into the world of commercial because, when you're in real estate, obviously
you have to be multifaceted.
Right. You gotta know a little bit about everything.
Exactly.
If possible, when it comes to that world. And this is just another notch on the belt challenge that I'm figuring out as I go.
Figured it.
You figured it out.
Figured it.
You figured it out.
Figured it.
If you're every day you got to learn something every day. So and everything we do is to make ourselves better,
right?
And to therefore be able to serve our clients better.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
absolutely better than we were yesterday. Not better than anybody else.
No, just better than we were yesterday.
Just like you, but with a better personality.
Yep, exactly. So we just keep on trucking on down the road and doing the best that we can. So we hope that everybody is having a wonderful day, and we're winding into the Christmas season. We're in December now, so people are it's crazy out there. So thank you for taking the time to sit with us for a few and enjoy some of our craziness. And we're going to be coming at you with some information, touching base with some of the emails that we've been getting. A few emails next time. We'll touch base on those in our next podcast. And we hope everybody has a great day.
Absolutely. As usual, I'm Charity Morris.
And I am Michelle Thayer.
And we are R.E.A.L, where our passion is
helping you find your way home. So why not?
Let love guide you.
That's right.
See you guys soon.
And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And you can email us at therealpodcastgals@gmail.com.
See you guys.